Hi, Joe Cerrone. Welcome to CAD 116, Basic AutoCAD. This is our weekly Zoom meeting. We'll have these Zoom meetings every Sunday at 9 a.m. and we'll go through basic policy and procedures, instructional materials. Most of your information will be on this main splash page here. And so every week, Al and I will go through and we'll update what we're going to do. And so this week, read chapter 1 and 2 and do the module 1 drawing exercises. We put the reading assignments in blue and the CAD assignments in green, and then we have videos in purple. Instructional materials, we have digital access. You'll need to get an access code from the bookstore or from Goodhart Wilcox to be able to activate the textbook for the course. There is a little bit of glitches that I'm hearing that some of the students are saying that they had to go to the website for Goodhart Wilcox, gwonlinetextbooks.com to activate, and then it worked within D2L. So we are working with that. I will send out an email to verify that you guys have digital access. If not, reply to my email and let me know. And the other thing is that we want to make sure that students have the CAD software. It's downloadable from students.autodesk.com. And you want to use your student email when you register. So the student email will have a .edu extension on it. So back to our Zoom meeting. The information is here in the main splash page. We'll use the same link every week. And then as far as the due dates, they should be showing up in your calendar. Typically 2 weeks after a class, each module will be due. And so we're just building the work in the pipeline right now. And then once we get things rolling, you'll have an assignment due every week. But they typically roll out the due dates 2 weeks from when we have the video lectures. Last week, Al and I went through and we did our Zoom meeting introduction. And so if you look at this, here's Al, and he's going to go and walk you guys through basic D2L and how to access, how to work step by step to be able to get our VPN. And so if you go through and you look at these announcements, goes through the CAD software, a lot of what I'm talking about right now, the syllabus, outline of topics, and then basic drawing. Back to, let me pause that. And then here's our second video. In the second video, we specifically went through how to create these drawings. Back to our main splash page. So you can review these videos for basic policy and procedures. It'll take you about 40 minutes to go through those. And then the content is set up, and I'm going to view this as a student. So in the content area, we have our topics. And so you'll want to activate your subscription. We had a problem with this link. It was linking to the wrong publisher. And so this GW Online textbook, this code should work when you purchase it from GW Wilcox or from the bookstore. You should be able to put that in. If not, the workaround seems to be to go here and to activate it. What I've been told is once it's activated, it works in D2L. And then in the modules, what we'll do is we'll go through everything you need to know. And so here's the assignments. You're to do these 5 plate drawings, start AutoCAD, work with D2L, go through the interface, basic drawing commands. Here's the link to the AutoCAD website. AutoCAD is a site that I created back in 2007. It's kind of a reference. It's a little bit dated since D2L came out, but there's some really nice content in here. A lot of it's the same things that we've been doing. Like where to get the software and how to load that. There's a PowerPoint for the chapter. If we look at the PowerPoint goes through chapter 1. And I do a video lecture for this also, but it just ties in the learning objectives from the textbook with the lab material that we'll do in the class. Things that are important, like being able to plan out your work, being able to work with units, layers, styles. When we talk about units, we're talking about metric versus imperial or versus architectural drawing feet and inches. And so all this material is laid out. The course is listed as asynchronous, which means you don't have to attend these video Zoom meetings. You can just watch the recordings, but we like to open that up so that people can ask questions. Here's an interface. It's a little bit dated, but it's still the same. And so if you play the videos, it will show you how to set up the interface for the drawing. Some of the older videos are in D2L, and Module 1. Now we put them in YouTube because we can get closed captioning on it. So we just go through a lot of the same material. And so this is chapter by chapter and how that relates to the interface. As we start to work with it, things like grid and snap, being able to right mouse click, and then how that relates to the plate drawings that we're doing. The exercises that are put in by the author now, and this is why we have the digital access. If you click on these exercises are really just kind of research. They ask you to just go through and switch workspaces. They're not required. What is required is the quizzes for the course. And so quizzes and exams, and then we'll have these quizzes set up for you so that you can take these quizzes. And so after you go through and do the reading, there will be a quiz associated with it. And there will be an assignments link where you will turn in your assignments to the D2L. Your assignments will be graded using a rubric, and then we'll give you feedback for areas that you can improve. And so that's the basic way the course will work. You can always go through and ask a question here. And you can turn in your drawing, and then we can work. I'm going to cancel that. And you can work within the D2L system to get the most out of the course. All right, back to the main splash page. All right, so that's our Zoom meeting for today. Basically, we'd like you to go through getting started. You can watch the videos, go through the content area here, read through the syllabus, the outline of topics, activate your subscription, download the CAD software, and then get started. You can get the title blocks right here. You can click on this plate title block right here, download it, and then if your CAD is set up, you can open it, and you can start working with CAD. And we can start by doing our drawings. It's a little bit off, but it's close enough to start creating our geometry. And once you get your drawings going, you'll have something that looks like this, where you'll create these drawings. You don't need to put the dimensions on. I was just making some examples. Be sure to fill in the title block with your name, your initials, and the date. Okay, so that's a quick review of Module 1 in our Zoom meeting. I'll see you online next week, 9 o'clock. Have a good day.